Hello everybody, Russian Batman here, back with another video. Today, I'm doing a Zack Snyder's Justice League video about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Some customs from the movie. Now there have been customizers, Michael MGF, others that have done, full showcases for for Zack's in honor of Zack Snyder's Justice League. But a lot of the characters that people choose to do are the main actual, Justice League itself, which makes sense. The only thing that doesn't, it makes sense, but at the same time, all the figures that you're showing off from Justice League are also in the old Justice League, the Justice League, as people like to call it, except for Black Suit Superman, of course. But the rest of the characters, are all just from the original, and it's not really that much different than just making a custom showcase for the original movie. So I decided to make some. I only have two figures, they're only two villains, so, you've seen them from the thumbnail. But that is all I have decided to do for now. Sorry if there's any background noise that usually happens. But first off, let's just get started. Here's Joker from the movie. This figure didn't turn out the best, but the tricky part was I don't know what to do for the hairpiece. I did this Lloyd hairpiece because it's long and it doesn't interfere with this police jacket. So he has this police kind of vest with all his badges on it. He has the orange gloves. Yep. And then that face is painted. It does not the best. I feel like it could have been better, but you kind of get that messy kind of makeup look. And the bags under the eyes, and then also this card is inaccurate. I know actually there was a Batman v Superman little minifigure pack that actually had a card, a Joker card in there. Which as soon as I saw them mention the card in the movie, I'm like, that's from the little battle pack from the Lego set. Even though it actually was in, I saw it pointed out in a video, it was in the actual Batman v Superman movie. I just didn't see it. So I was like, whoa, they thought that far ahead, but no, it was in Batman v Superman. I just didn't notice it. So yeah, so you can see them kind of planning ahead there. But yeah, so this is him. I feel like maybe longer hair would have worked better. I've seen other people make, customs where they use the longer hair. The only thing is, like I said, it interferes with the jacket. So it's kind of a tricky custom to make, but I kind of like how he turned out. Now, the next custom, this one is a big one. This one took me way too long, and I just finished him. I'm just recording this video now so I can show him to you. Well, first I gave him here's a mother box. Just real quick, here's a mother box. It's just a Minecraft head painted in black. Boom, pretty simple. I didn't paint all of the complex little things coming out. It's just because when it's all closed, it's just a black box, and I think it looks cool. But here he is in the flesh. Steppenwolf. This guy took me let me get him holding this guy took me forever. I'll show you some pictures of work in progress. But this guy, man, he took way too long. Okay. First off, step one to making Steppenwolf, okay? Step one is I got the idea because I was thinking, hey, I have these pieces up here. There's the Ninjago piece. Let me put this guy on a proper. I'm gonna put him on a bit of a messier stand, but you'll actually be able to stand up. So I had these Ninjago pieces from like a pack thing, right? One of the Ninjago boxes or cheap things that comes with like a single figure. So I had that, and I'm like, hey, this kind of looks like Steppenwolf horns, and I'm like, hey, what if I just kind of get that onto a big fig? That would be cool. So I was thinking which big fig would work best for Steppenwolf, and I noticed that the Green Goblin big fig is really cheap and has these weird things on his has kind of cool armor, and he has these weird little things on his chin. So I'm like, hey, that would work. So I ordered him off Bricklink, and it was really cheap. Actually, it's a really cheap big fig. It's only like $7, which compared to like other big figs that go for like 20, it's like pretty cheap. So I ordered the big fig, and then it took him a while to arrive. And by the time he arrived at because I live at like two locations, right? At the time he arrived at location A, I had to go back to location B, so I didn't get to mess around with him for like a week. And then I finally got customizing, and then, like I said, I had to work on him in just a weekend. I only had, really, not a weekend, no, I only had really like a week-ish to work on him. And, and I had other things to do as well. So it kind of was a little bit rushed, but just, obviously, the sculpting isn't the issue. Putting these on, sanding down little bits, like, okay. The main thing, sorry about the little thing, is these lines. These lines are the bane of my existence. And they were, I thought they were going to be more tedious. They were tedious, but honestly, once you kind of got into the flow, they weren't that bad. So you can see here, he has that little boxes there, and I try to copy some reference images to the best of my ability. Some places, obviously, I just kind of had to make it up. For example, the back is just completely made up which directions the lines are going in. Because it is nearly impossible to get reference images for the back of something. It is always, like I said, if you just because I'm like in movies and like shows, the characters turn around all the time, right? So when you're watching something, you see the back of them. But you can never find an image of it online. If I look up Steppenwolf or any image of any character, they never show the back of the character. Which obviously that kind of makes sense because you don't really care about the back. But for me, they don't show the back and the lower half. They don't show the face area because that's I don't know, I guess the most iconic area. But it's really difficult for a customizer because you look up images and then you just can't find a full image of the character back and front. So it's a bit difficult. But like I said, so also another thing with the sculpting is I added another thumb at the other side of the guy's hand. Looks a bit weird, but yeah, because that's kind of what Steppenwolf has. He has a weird amount of fingers. Technically, he actually does have 2 more thumbs. He has a weird amount of you look at it in the movie. What's with his hand? Okay, he technically does have another thumb, but that would have been just a bit too much. So I just added another thumb at the other side to kind of, so you can have an extra thumb. Here I also made his little battle axe. I know Lego made a Steppenwolf, and I was thinking of actually just getting Lego Steppenwolf, getting the head of it, and just putting it on a big fig. But instead, I made my own Steppenwolf head. So yeah, and plus, like I said, Lego made their own Steppenwolf. But this is the Zack Snyder version, which I think is 1,000 times better, even though it is a pain to make a custom of. Maybe I should have had spikes to the shoulder. Sorry about that. That would have looked cool. But I decided not to, just kind of make him look like that. He has his axe right here, which connects, obviously, like a normal big fig. So it's kind of a normal big fig, but special because it's Steppenwolf and all. I opted out not to paint the inside of the legs. Too lazy, and plus I don't really need to. You're not gonna look at the inside of the legs. No one really does. But the back I'm really proud of. The front and then also the top with all those lines and the horns and whatnot. And also for the skin tone was tricky to get down because if you look at I think the movie, it's kind of like a light gray. But honestly, light gray doesn't really differentiate from the silver, so I kind of did dry brush some flesh tone to kind of make it look a bit more like skin. So gave it a bit of a skin tone dry brush. I don't know if you could really see it there. To kind of make it look more natural and more skin-like. So you can see probably better there. And also on the face as well. Try to get that down. I do think I probably should have taken the nose off. Potato Me mentioned this, but also I feel like the nose on this guy looks a little bit too much like the Justice League version, and I don't like that version, not like the newer version. But I think the proportions and everything else kind of lends itself well to looking like the new Justice League, the Zack Snyder Justice League. Technically old, depending on how you look at it. But yes, and let me take him off this disgusting base I painted him on. And put him down next. Now, this video might have been going on for way too long, but let me put him next to this. And I am really happy how this guy turned out. And, man, it took a while, but in my opinion, it was worth it. All those intricate lines. Look at the arm here. I had to paint all of that, and then all of this, and if you look close, like some of the lines do look sloppy, but just like I said, I got a push pin and just kind of did out the lines. If the lines were too messy, I'd get some of the silver, put it over to kind of clean it up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. There is my official Justice League showcase, my Zack Snyder Justice League showcase. If you guys like the video, please like. You can also go watch Zack Snyder Justice League on HBO Max. It's pretty good. You should go give it a try. And yeah, like if you liked, obviously that's kind of like without saying. And then also just have a wonderful day. And okay, I can't get him to hold the mother box. Come on, hold the mother box. Okay, just like go watch Rango. Bye, and have a nice one. Have a lovely day. Ciao.